Walt Baylor's with you. I have literally never been so excited about jumping on a webinar. I know what's about to be offered, and apologies for running a couple of minutes late. It's just gone 6 a.m. here in Australia, and I think my computer was adverse to early morning. So even though I've got the coffee, the computer needed a quick restart. So, guys, if you can, let's kick this off the right way. Thank you so much for joining me. You are about to go through what I think is possibly the number one opportunity that I have ever seen in my 10 years online. We are going to have an amazing event, but please do me a favor and just drop in the chat box a 1 if you can hear me, and you can see our slide up on the screen there. Just drop a 1, say hi. Let's just kick this off the right way and make sure everybody's seeing and hearing. I'm seeing the 1s coming in. Awesome. So again, thank you so much for joining me. What we're about to cover, and I'm going to introduce you to a couple of amazing people in just a second, but what we're about to cover, as I said, is I think what in my heart, the best opportunity I've ever seen online. Let me give you a little bit of a background. I was talking to a business owner. It was actually our local dentist. My kids were getting a dental checkup the other day, and they said to me, "Hey, Walt, you do a lot of stuff, on the internet, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah, that's our business." And he said, "Do you know anything about Facebook?" And I said, "Yeah, I know a little." He said, "Man, I just can't get anything going with that, and I'm struggling so badly. We don't even show up in the local listings, and et cetera, et cetera." And this guy's a really successful dentist. He's got a queue of people waiting in the waiting room, always booked out months in advance, and he's asking me advice on this stuff. And then 2 weeks ago, I saw and went through this system that you're about to see, and I just put 2 and 2 together. I reached out to Damien and I said, "Man, what we have to do here is bring this to my team." Damien said no. Damien said no. He said, "Man, this is only internal. We've got our own little group of people." And I literally begged him. And I spent an hour on the phone with Damien last night, making sure we had all the ducks in a row. So guys, let me do this properly and introduce you to a couple of the most amazing people that I've ever had the privilege of working with. The first of those is Damien Zamorin. Now, Damien owns GoMobile Solutions. Damien and I have been friends for 3 or 4 years now. Damien is well and truly into the 7 figures, has helped many, many people do the same thing from all over the world. And I'm also going to introduce you to Alicia. Alicia runs an amazing system, and Alicia is going to be talking us through that whole program. So guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. I know it's different times all over the world. The sun is coming up here in Australia, but where you guys are, take notes. I'm going to be sitting here. I've got my my notepad as well. So without any further ado, can I please pass over the microphone to Alicia and Damien?
Hey, thank you, Walt. Appreciate that. Damien Zamora, guys, and really pleasure to be here. Thank you, Walt, for having us. We are going to, as we like to say, Alicia, right, and Lorette, we are going to knock their socks off today, huh, Alicia?
Yes, we are, and I'm so excited. Walt, thank you so much for inviting me on here, and I'm so excited to talk to your group about what we've been doing, how it's been working, and I'll get back to what you were talking about with your dentist. I'm actually going to talk and touch a little bit on what he's talking about and why he's asking you for this help, because a lot of local businesses are asking people, like, can you help me? And you're about to find out why. So if you guys are ready to start, I am ready. Everybody ready? Just give me a ready in the chat box so that we can kick this off. All right. I see that you guys are ready. Ready. All right. Awesome. And Walt, I spent quite an amount of time in Australia. So yes, shout out to Australia. We love Australia.
Thanks, guys. Even though we're on the wrong side of the world.
So, all right, guys, since you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get this party started. So that's me, Alicia, and my sister, Lorette. And this is a picture we took when we were speaking at a small business marketing event. And one thing that we do is we help small businesses. And that's what I'm going to tell you a little bit about today, what we do, how our students are doing it, and how you can do it. And, now is the perfect time because, as Walt said, small businesses are now realizing, and large businesses as well, but they're really realizing that they need to take advantage of Facebook. And we're going to talk more about that in a minute. Now, my sister Lorette and I own a social media agency, and those are some of our social media superstars that work in our company. Now, we relocated, I guess you could say, to Jamaica, the beautiful island of Jamaica. And yeah, that's where we're based, and we love it. If you've been to Jamaica, you know why we love it. And we represent globally a whole bunch of different brands, from beverage brands to auto dealerships, which I love, to pastry shops and banks, right? We have a bank as our client, and insurance companies, and as every good marketer has, we have a locksmith as a client as well. Now, we've been doing social media marketing and digital marketing for local businesses for, I think this is the 6th year now, 6th or 7th year. And it's been absolutely amazing. And I'm going to show you why. And in the next 90 minutes that we're together, I'm going to show you this strategy that we're using that's right there under the nose of business owners, and they don't even realize it yet. And then we're going to talk about how local businesses can and should be leveraging their current customers and clients to promote their business. And then we're going to talk about a way to control and scale the most valuable kind of advertising for big businesses and small businesses. And this is what local businesses can do that it's just blowing the size, Damien likes to say, it's just blowing the socks off of what's possible when they see what we can do. Now, Facebook, as you probably have heard, they've sent out a lot of notices and press releases, and there's articles and lots of talk about how they have 2 billion monthly active users now, right? 2 billion monthly active users. And you've probably seen people always on their phone. Now, how many of you have ever been to a restaurant, a cafe, and you see a whole bunch of people sitting around and they're all on their phones, right? And probably sending messages to each other and liking each other's photos while they're sitting across the table from each other. Has anybody seen this before? Yes? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you're like, yes, I've seen this before. I know it. People are always on social media. Barry says 1. Jason says 1. Ad says 1. Absolutely. Yes. People are always on social media, and we are on our phones, connected to our phones, and Facebook is showing us that there's an increase, right, year over year. And that means that Facebook really is too big to ignore, right? It's too big to ignore. Now, for local businesses, you probably have heard that they can do Facebook ads to draw in customers. But as we're working with local businesses, we're thinking to ourselves, we're like, how can we really help local businesses capitalize on Facebook, this growing platform where people are spending all this time and what their customers are, without spending a ton of money on Facebook ads, right? That's the question. How can we do that? So we're like, put on our thinking caps and thinking. And so before I reveal what we found, I want to ask you a question. And I want you to type the answer in the chat box, right? How many friends do you have on Facebook? Just tell me, how many friends do you have on Facebook? So type it in the comments box. How many friends do you have on Facebook? Do you have 100, 201, 5,000? Ad says 950. Jason says 1,300. All right. Ad and Jason, you're above average for the average number of fans that a person has. What about the rest of you? How many fans do you have? All right. Simon says 40. So we're seeing numbers between 40 and 5,000, really. So you guys have a whole range of fans, right? So now think about this for a minute. All right, think about this. What if a business could use their current customers like you, right? Shauna says she has 1,500 fans. What if a business could use their current customers to spread the word about their business on Facebook to their friends? John has 90 friends, Simon has 40, Shauna has 1,500, Jason 1,500, Ad 950. So what if they started talking about businesses on their wall to their friends? What would happen? Right? This is when you see one person starts to talk about something and they share it on their wall, and then other people share it and start to talk about it. And what do we call that? What do we call this effect when it goes from one to many, and it keeps spreading and spreading and spreading, right? Shauna says it's going viral, right? Barry says viral. You guys are right. It starts to go viral, right, Tom? So we're thinking, so how would a business do that? How would a business get Tom and Barry and Shauna to start talking about their business and sharing it and spreading it with all their friends? Because what we usually see is that a business will post something on Facebook and they think it's awesome, but it gets very little reaction. It's like you hear crickets in the background and they don't know what they're doing wrong. Has anybody ever seen a post go up on Facebook and it gets 1 like? Anybody? Anybody say me if you've seen that before. And Jason says, yes, right? You see that a business posts something on Facebook and nobody responds. We're like, only the owner presses the like button. And so businesses are getting frustrated and they're like, what am I doing wrong? Well, what they're doing wrong is that they're not implementing this 2-step formula for success. And what we found with this formula is that it works. And what we're doing is getting a business's current customers to talk about the business. Watch this. All right. So we've got 2 steps in this formula. Step 1 is the action, which is all about using a business's current customers. And so we're not saying bring in new customers, do advertising. We're just saying use your current customers and then add step 2, which we call the interaction or social selling. And I want you to write that word down, social selling, because if you haven't heard a lot about it now, mark my words, social selling is what everybody's going to start talking about on Facebook, that if you're not social selling, you're doing something wrong, right? So using your current customers plus social selling equals a boatload of new customers. So we started thinking about it and we're like, okay, what are the actions that we can do that a customer can do to drive more traffic into the business and to talk about the business? And so some of those actions we will talk about today. We won't have time to go over all of them. We'll pick a few, but they're like Facebook events and Facebook check-ins and writing engaging posts and putting up offers and reviews and mentions and shares and comments and boosting posts. Like there's a lot of stuff that current customers can do and add social selling to it, and the magic starts to happen. And I'll show you examples. Now, here's where we are today. The average person is an influencer, right? I'm an influencer. You're an influencer. The average person is an influencer these days because what that person says and the recommendations they put out, their friends are listening to and responding to and commenting to, right? And so this viral strategy that's right under the nose of local business owners, they don't even realize what Facebook offers, but I'm going to show you and tell you what's happening here. All right, so the traditional purchase funnel. Tell me if you know that this is true, right? A buyer has a need. They spend hours looking for a possible solution. They evaluate different options, and then they make a purchase. But they're not 100% confident in their search results, right? But here's the new purchase funnel. You post on social media, ask your friends what they think, and then you make the decision and make a purchase. Now, some of you might have examples of this, and tell me in the chat box if you have an example of this. But here's my example. So I love to travel. I told you I've been to Australia a bunch of times. I think it might be at least 10 times I've been to Australia. So as I love to travel, I'm thinking, what is the best credit card that can give me more bang for my buck? So what credit card can I get that I'll earn better mileage points? What's the best one? So just as I was about to post it on social media and asked, one of my friends posted and asked the questions, and a bunch of our mutual friends and their friends replied, and the same credit card kept coming up time and time again. Like, people started talking about this one credit card. So as I read that, I made my decision. I'm like, well, if my friend asked the question and all of our friends are answering and everybody is saying the same thing, that must be the best credit card, right? That must be the best credit card. Has that ever happened to you? Tell me about it in the comments below, where you're thinking about buying something and it's social media that helps you make your purchasing decisions. You guys are saying, yes, of course, right? Of course. So you've seen it all the time. It's probably happened to you, right? Where you've made a decision this way, but this is where we are now, right? This is where we are now. And here's the deal. More than 75% of consumers now say they ask their friends before making purchasing decisions. So every consumer, every person that's on social media, it's now an influencer of dozens or hundreds or even thousands of people. Let me talk a little bit more in depth about what's happening here with Facebook and why it's so important. And if you heard in the beginning, Walt was talking about his dentist and how the dentist, wants to show up better, right, in the search. And here's the thing. Facebook, this article on the left says, is Facebook preparing to take over Google and local search? Now, have you guys heard that Facebook is making these big moves to really dominate in the local space? Have you heard it? Yes or no? In the chat box, tell me. I want to know if you've heard it. So if you've heard it, I won't go into too much detail. But if you haven't, I'll tell you a little bit more, because it's very exciting for me and for you, those of us who can help local businesses and make a business out of helping local businesses. Everybody is saying yes. So everybody so far is saying, Ad says yes, Shauna, Simon, right? You guys are all saying yes, you've heard that before. And it's true. So if you pull out your phone and you're looking for a business, you can go in this place called Nearby Places. So for Joanne and Jason, who said they haven't heard it before, you can go in Nearby Places. And I encourage you after this webinar to check it out. Click on Nearby Places, and then you can look for Japanese. Let's say you want a Japanese restaurant. Type in Japanese, and it'll show you the restaurants that are closest to you, their reviews, and your friends who've checked in. So within Facebook's search results, right, this Facebook places listing, when you see that your friends have given the place reviews, and it's basically like this built-in recommendation, are you more likely to go to a Japanese restaurant? Let's say we've all typed in Japanese and we see that Walt has gone to this one Japanese restaurant, and the other restaurants, they don't have reviews and your friends haven't checked in to them. Are you more likely to go to the restaurant that Walt picked, right? And he reviewed and he left a 5-star review and he checked into it, or you're going to pick one of the ones that have no reviews, right? If you're going to pick the one Walt went to, just write Walt in the comment box, right? Write Walt in the comment box, because I know we're all going to write Walt, because that's what we're going to do. That's what we do, right? So they even have a section in there. Everybody's saying Walt, Walt. They even have a section in Facebook that's called City Guides. And if you haven't heard about it yet, you'll hear more about it soon. But it shows you the most popular spots in a city and the spots that your friends have visited in that city, what businesses they've checked into. So now it's like taking the ideas of asking friends for a recommendation and it's turning it into a search feature. Let me just say that you need to pay attention to what Facebook is doing for local businesses, because it's really powerful. So if I dig in a little bit deeper, I'm going to show you just a couple things that you can do with Facebook for local businesses that will help the local businesses so much. All right. The first is the power of Facebook events. So just write that down if you're taking notes. Facebook events, really powerful. Now, here is a good example of a Facebook event. And we helped out one of our students, and this is one of her clients. It's an equestrian center, but they were not selling their summer camps. So they said, please help us with summer camp. So what we did is we posted an event on their page, their horseback riding summer camp. Simple enough. And when I said that I was interested in the event, it showed up in my sister Lorette's newsfeed. Has anyone ever seen an event show up in the newsfeed before? 1 for yes, 2 for no in the chat box. Have you ever seen an event show up in the newsfeed before? Okay, you guys are saying yes, you've seen it. So let's back up for a second here. If a local business posts an event on their page and one of their fans say they're going, you mean to tell me it's now in the newsfeed of that fan's friends? Is that not powerful, right? Extremely powerful. And local businesses have no idea and don't know how to use it. Now, right after we posted this, 3 people said they were going to the event, 22 said they were interested, and when we looked at these 25 people, they had at least 200 friends. What does this mean, right? If we do the math, how many people potentially saw this ad in their newsfeed? A lot. Everybody's just saying a lot, right? A lot, a lot, a lot. This was seen in a lot of news feeds. Now, what has happened is that the horseback riding stable, to fast forward, they have sold out. The summer riding camp is sold out. Yay! It went from having 0 people going, right? Nobody was registered for it. And now the summer camp is completely sold out. Simon says a lot of people see it. That's right. And a lot of people started booking, contacting her. Her inbox started blowing up. The business owner is real happy. Summer camp is sold out. And then people are asking about all the other things that she offers, right? Business is booming. Now, here's another example. It's a pastry shop, and we posted a Facebook event for the pastry shop. And what happened was 333 people said they were either going or interested. That's a lot, 333. So all those people, it ended up on all of their friends' news feeds, and the event started going viral. We call it Cheesecake Friday, right? And what happened was the business owner WhatsApped me the day after on Saturday and said that they sold out a cheesecake before the after work crowd. Like, the after work crowd is her rush. So after 5 is her rush. And that she sold out before that, and that she's going to have to double production for this Friday because we set it up again as a Facebook event, Cheesecake Friday. Now, I already knew that she sold out because all over Facebook, people started posting that she sold out. People started posting pictures of the cheesecake that they got. And then other people started posting that it was sold out before she even got there. So our team jumped in really quickly and said, all right, we'll do it again. Sorry, we'll double production. But when a business owner says that, we'll have to double production because it was too much of a success. Is that not what every local business wants, right? So you can see all the people that were interested and said they were going. So what this really shows us is that the average Facebook user as an influencer is extremely powerful, and that we're not even paying attention to how powerful that average Facebook user is. So let me ask you this question. Just type true or false in the comments and let me know what you think. True or false? More of us trust our friends and family more than advertising. So if our friends and family make a recommendation or share something with us, we're going to trust that more than the business advertising. So in this example, and tell me true or false as I explain it. So in this example, we're going to trust it more that our friends and family say they're going than the business just putting up an ad that they have Cheesecake Friday, right? Barry says true. Yes, absolutely. We're going to trust our friends and family more than advertising. And 81% of consumers are influenced by their friends' social media posts. I know I am. Of course I'm influenced by my friend's social media posts, right? This week, or was it last week, somebody posted a book that they read and they bought, and they said it was great. I ended up buying that book. Damien posted about it in the comments and he bought it. Lorette bought the book. Why? Because one of our friends said it was a must-have book, right? So we bought it.
Yesterday.
That was yesterday. Yeah. You just got it yesterday, right? So we are influenced by our friends and their social media posts. Everybody's saying true, 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 true. Yes.
It's real. I mean, my wife, Nikki, I love her, but Walt, you know her too. And she's all over. She's social media is enough for the 4 of us, right? Anywhere we are, she checks in, and nobody has to encourage her to check in. Nobody's offering her an incentive to check in. She just wants to take a nice, cute picture of all of us and say, hey, look where we're at. And because she's got a lot of friends, it's common to have on that post 60 to 70 to 80 likes, depending on the picture, and at least 20 to 40 comments. Now, that's just happening organically without any encouragement by the business owner. This stuff is happening in our daily lives. This is how we live on these devices, and we live.
It's so true, Damien. It's so true, and Alicia as well. It's so true. But do you know what's really important though is that you and I are sitting here, right? And Nikki, guys, for those of you who don't know, Damien's wife Nikki is, as he says, is a true Facebook queen, and she has a lot of followers and a lot of friends, right? So she's getting 60, 70 comments, right? And then the business owner, right? The business owner, the guy, he's a chiropractor, he's a landscape gardener, he's a roofer, he's a builder, whatever. The business owner, he puts up a post and his wife likes it, but nobody else does. Right? And that's the confusion. And that's why for so many people and for so many businesses, right? These guys are out there. They're building a business. They're digging holes if they're a landscaper. They don't look at Facebook and go, oh, I know the metrics. I know and I understand it. Like, they have no idea, right? So we can look at this stuff. You and I, we look at this stuff and we struggle to understand it. You know, Damon, you and I, right? Alicia, probably not, because you guys run a social media agency. Is what you do day in, day out, right? But we are involved in technology, and we are just scraping the surface of understanding. How understanding do you think these local businesses are? They are not, right?
They're not.
Did you see the thing with like Domino's Pizza just the other day? Domino's, like a global brand, did a social media campaign, and it failed miserably. Right? It failed, and it was all over that it was a fail, and that's Domino's, who have hundreds of millions of dollars behind their social media, and they're getting it wrong. So what chance do you think these local businesses have without diving in deep and spending a lifetime doing it like Alicia does? What chance do they have? The answer is none, man.
Yeah, they're really screwing it up out there. I'll give you an example that Alicia has mentioned in one of the webinars we did for our internal audience. When Nikki checked into a Cuban restaurant, Porto's, it's actually a really awesome bakery. It's the amazing tres leches cake, I mean, ever. So if you're ever in Orange County, you got to go. Here, look, I just promoted the business. Nobody asked me to. But the thing is, she checked in, and Alicia and Lorette both made comments, and so did a bunch of other people. But then when they went through to look at the page, they had the phone number wrong and all kinds of stuff messed up, you know. So they are really fouling this up. I mean, when Facebook said out of 64 million people, 61 million of them are fouling it up, that's where these ladies spotted opportunity. Boom. Absolutely. There is a void in the market. There is a complete disconnect, and there's a better way.
Yeah, there's a better way. And I'm going to show you the better way. Let's start off by talking about Facebook local check-in. So we talked about Facebook events, really powerful. And we're doing Facebook events now a lot with our different businesses, but let's talk about the power of Facebook local check-ins. Has anybody ever done a check-in before? Right? You heard Damien's wife, she's probably done 3 today already. But how many of you have done a Facebook check-in before? If you've done one, just say me in the comments. All right, Jason, you've done one before. And a lot of us have done check-ins before, but Walt was touching on something as well. Like, when we do a Facebook check-in, the business doesn't even know that we've done it because they don't know where to look. So they don't know how to comment and offer us, encourage us to come into that business. So we're doing check-ins, and business owners aren't even paying attention to it, right? Now, here's the thing. Local business owners want their customers to be checking into the business, and here's why. So here's somebody doing a check-in at one of our local businesses, but let me show you the power of a check-in. So when someone checks into a business, here Lorette, she's checking in, and what we see on this check-in, I just took a screenshot of her check-in, is we see that Lorette's giving a personal referral. It links to the business's Facebook page. She didn't have to do that. She just pressed the check-in, and that's how Facebook does it. It maps the location. So if you click on it, it'll take you to the location. It says that it's recommended by Lorette, and then it gives you the business's reviews and all their information. And when Lorette posts it on Facebook, it's seen by her friends. Now, Lorette has well over 1,000 friends, but let's say approximately 200 friends would see it. And if we break it down again, it's a personal referral, which is word of mouth marketing. And here is the thing. Now, businesses always want to have word of mouth marketing, right? And when you're in a business, they'll say, oh, talk about our business. But they know once you leave the business, you're probably not going to do it. So when you're right in that business, if you check in, that's giving a personal referral to the business. That's spreading word of mouth. And it's the first time ever that local businesses are able to have more control over word of mouth marketing. They're able to encourage it, and they're able to give incentives for it. And I'll show you more. Now, it links to the Facebook page. Lorette put a personal message on there. She took a picture while she was in the restaurant. It says recommended by Lorette Little. It gives reviews, business information, and it links back to the Facebook page. Interesting now, I took this, I looked at this at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it says that the business opens at 11 a.m. Like, Facebook system is so smart then it's telling me it's not open yet, but it opens at 11. If I was on there after 11, it would show me the hours that it's open, 11 to 9 p.m. And Lorette's friends liked it and her friends commented on it. Now, my sister, when she recommends something, I listen, and so do her friends. And you can see that people start posting and saying, you know, I'm going. Kamar says, I was in the area a few months ago. Next time I go back, I'll definitely go there. Zoe says that when she's with her mom on Thursday, she's going to give Lorette a call, and they ended up meeting there. So it's really powerful. And you can notice the business never commented or joined in on the conversation. So where is the opportunity for you to work with local businesses? I want you to start thinking about that. Now, I showed you Lorette's check-in, that word of mouth. It links to the Facebook page, a personal message. So now her friends are encouraged and they want to go check out the business, as I do. So I clicked on the link. I went to their Facebook page, and they had not updated the page since 2016. What? A year ago. Like, it took them, they haven't updated a page in a year. So what do you think about a business that has not updated their Facebook page in a year? Tell me in the chat box, what do you guys think? Like, what does this say about the business? What do you mean you haven't updated your page in a year? The menu is old and outdated. You haven't updated it in a year. You guys are saying it's poor. Barry says it's poor, right? So it's definitely a poor business practice. It seems like the business is not open. That's right. Your guys are getting it. It's like, is the business really open? Are they really in business if they haven't updated in a year? But guess what else? I then went to call the Thai restaurant to ask them a question. My favorite roll is a spider roll. I want to know if they have that roll. And guess what happened? The phone number didn't work, right? And this is not uncommon. Damien was talking about this happening as well, right? This is not uncommon. What? How could you do that? So let me ask you a question, right? And you can just tell me in the chat box, what do you think? What are the main challenges of small business owners? What are the main challenges of small business owners? Is it A, they don't have enough time to pay attention to this and to do this? Walt was talking about this. They don't have the knowledge. They're too busy digging holes if they're a landscaper, right? Walt, they don't have the knowledge. Or they just don't want to do it. It's not their thing. They'd rather bake cupcakes than, right, be on social media. What do you guys think? A, B, or C? Or is it D, all of the above, right? Not enough time. Don't have the knowledge.
I was so waiting for the all of the above, because I was sitting there going, yeah, and yeah, and yeah. And I was like, come on, there's got to be an all of the above. That's so true. Like, every single business out there, and you know, myself included, we run an online business. We run a software company, right? So we're not like a local bakery, but we run an online business the same as Damien does. I can tick A, not enough time. You know, B, not enough knowledge. I can build a software team. I can launch a product. I can do all that sort of stuff, but I don't have the knowledge that you guys do. C, I don't want to do it. As I think it was Tony or Tom actually a few moments ago said, you know, Facebook, you know, it's just, they know too much about me and I don't want to get involved in that. That's not my thing, right? And I responded, I said, yeah, it's so true, but businesses need that exposure. I was waiting for that D, Alicia, so I'm glad you got to that one.
It's right. It's D. It's all of the above. And I'm going to show you and talk about a case study where a business owner is totally D, all of the above. She has no time for any of this, right? She has no time for any of this. And what happened is that when we took over, right, things started to really happen. And this is a cupcake boutique we're using as our case study. And we went to her page and she hadn't updated her page and she apologized on her page saying, we've been busy. So we went in with our strategy. Remember, I was telling you about Facebook check-ins, and we've got all these templates that we use and our students use, and we printed out one and put it on our counter. And we said, hey, let us help you. And as we were talking to her about helping her, she looked at us like Facebook was such a burden. And she was like, I know I should be doing it. But, you know, she took a deep breath in, but she's like, but it's like this big weight on my shoulders, like a bunch of cupcake dough, you know? Cake dough on her shoulders. And she just said she didn't have the time to learn it, right? And didn't have the time to do it. And in fact, while we were talking to her, she was running to the back to check to see if her cupcakes were done. She didn't have any time for it. She's running her business. So we put the check-in sign on the counter. And just as we put it down and backed away, the next customer that went in, you know, is checking into the business to save 15%. And she took a picture of the cupcakes. You can see the box is open. She took a picture. She did a check-in. And now all of her friends saw that she went there and the amazing cupcakes she bought. And it brought more people in the door. And someone else came in, loved it, recorded a video, posted it. And you can see their friends are commenting and saying, so delicious. We have to book her for one of our events, right? And so you can see that the key is for us customers to talk about businesses and spread the word to bring in more business. Here's somebody, they took a picture, they checked in, took a picture of their son, and 44 of their friends liked it. Now what we've done is we've combined this helping the businesses. We're doing Facebook events like we showed you, Facebook check-ins like we showed you, but you have to team it up with social selling. Remember, I told you to write that down. These words are going to be so important in social media. In my opinion, they've been important for the past 5 years, but nobody is paying attention to social selling. So here's what happened. We posted we updated the cover photo and it had cupcakes in it. Anyway, this lady, Bria, comments and she said that she's interested. She picked which cupcake she liked the best and said that she's interested. And our team said, we have some waiting for you. Make sure you come in to get one. Now, what does Bria think? Wow, they're waiting for me. I have to go in and get one. So she came in the next day, made a comment that she picked up 3, right? We commented back, I'm sure they're all gone by now. And she replied, 1 was left. This is the power of social selling. You tell people to come in and they come in, right? People do what you tell them to do. Here's another example. Trevor commented and said, awesome, I'll be there for lunchtime. Thanks. We sent the business owner a message saying, tell us if Trevor came in for lunch. Do you think Trevor came in? Of course he did, because we said, we'll see you then, right? Jody said she hasn't tried it. She's tried other types of cupcakes, but she's looking forward to trying the Reese's cupcake. We said, I'm sure you will love it. Like, your current customers might not even know everything you offer. This is what we're telling the lady. Like, they don't know everything you offer, so we have to tell them. How are they going to know if you don't tell them? So here's more conversations. So we posted that they had macaroons and people loved it. So someone commented that they're coming in soon. It might just be today. The person actually came in. Somebody else says, OMG, you make those too. I'm stopping by this week to get them. Pam says, what? You have these too? I must come and visit. And then, you know, you can see customers commenting that they're coming in. Francisca says she's coming in on Sunday. And all of these people coming in to the store, coming into the actual location. And not only are people coming into the door, right? But we noticed when we looked at the analytics that there was an increase in website clicks and an increase on the clicks on get directions. So on her Facebook page, there's a link that says get directions and people started clicking on it. Now, let me ask you this question, Tom. If people start clicking on get directions, what does that mean? Jason Berry, what does that mean? Right? That means that people are trying to figure out where this place is so they can go in and pick up their cupcakes. There was an increase in clicks on call now. People started calling the business. The page likes started increasing, the organic reach started increasing, and new customers started coming into the store. And then remember what I said, like, you have to tell your current customers what you're offering because they might not know everything, especially when you change things up. So now her customers that she's had before started coming back in the store. And this is what happens when you do social media right for local business. So the business owner, this is just a text conversation with her. Her comments are on the left, but she's saying, I was just telling my hubby that I'm shocked at all the hits it's getting, right? We say, woohoo, and she says, thank you, thank you. It's a happy business owner. So step 1 is that the customer has, they take action. And step 2 is that they're like the social selling. So customer actions, adding social selling equals success. Success equals a happy business and a happy business owner. And you feel like this superstar just by doing some really simple things on Facebook for the business owner. So let's talk about why now. Now, Facebook started 2017 with 65 million local business pages. 65 million. Pay attention. I'm going to ask you to do some math in a minute. But only 4 million of those businesses are actually actively advertising on the social network. So 65 million local business pages, only 4 million are actively advertising. So that leaves how many million business pages left that we need to help? How many? Anybody can do the math for me? Let's see. I know we've got some math whizzes on here. I just know it, right? Tom says 61. Exactly. 61 million local business pages need help, right? 61 million, as you guys are mentioning. But what about the businesses that haven't even set up their Facebook page yet? It seems to me, when I think about it, I'm like, how could a business not have their Facebook page? But we know that businesses have not even done it yet because they don't have the time, they don't know how, they don't have the knowledge, and they simply don't want to do it, right? But in an article that I read from Fast Company magazine, they say the real bang for the buck in terms of money and effort comes directly from mentions by local people. And this is a conversation, an article they have about business pages, right? So it's mentioned by local people and not just the Facebook page itself. So as I read this, I'm like, we are really onto something with getting the current customers to talk about the business, right? And Fast Company goes on to say it's the exposure component comes through customers themselves and what they post about you on their walls. Think about that. It's what people say about you on their walls that gives a local business the biggest exposure, right? Let me tell you about Tina. So Tina is one of our students, and we taught her this model, and she had an aha moment. Now, she said she was going to start off with places she knew. So the first business she was starting off with was her daughter's horseback riding stable, and she gave them a Facebook makeover. She set up some Facebook events, some boosted posts, and did a light campaign for them. They filled out a simple intake form, right, that we gave her. They filled out a simple intake form, and then we helped out, and we put up the ads. And what happened, I told you before, right, the horseback riding summer camp sold out. No more seats left. No more horses left. She needs to buy some more horses now. No more horses left in the summer camp. And she told us what her target market was, right? Kids. She wants, kids groups, especially that sort of thing. But what we started to think about was what other targets, like who else can we target? So we targeted women who are interested in horses and nature and outdoor. Do you think that's a good target? Do I think that's a good target? Yes. So what happened is that women started sharing it and getting each other together and creating these groups that would come in for horseback riding lessons or a trail ride. And the business started confirming clients. You can see that they've newly liked the page. That's what I'm circling on the bottom. But the business owner is talking with them about lessons and summer camp, and all sorts of things are happening here. And it's just from the power of Facebook. The page was dead before, right? So as Tina is talking to the business owner, this is their conversation, and the business owner is saying, wow, I'm getting quite a few responses from this. And Tina says that it's awesome. And as Tina is talking to the business owner is like, thank you. We had someone come register this morning. She's also starting riding lessons this week in addition to camp. And then Tina says, wow, it's awesome. And the business owner replies back and says, it is. They are fairly new to the area and excited to get their daughter involved in something, right? So Tina says, that's great. I know it makes you feel so good seeing the kids with the horses, right? So here's what Tina says. She said, the best part about this program is that I don't really have to do much after the buyer says yes. So Tina got the business owner, the lady who owns the horseback riding stable, to say, yes, Tina, I would love for you to help me with my social media. And then she turned it over to our team to get all the work done, which I'll tell you about shortly. So she says, all I do is check in with my client, highlight some awesome stuff that happened during the week. So about 10 minutes. Now, Tina only has to focus on getting the business to say yes. That's it. She focuses on getting the business to say yes. And I would love to show you the sales system that we put in place and Tina put in place that makes it easy for the business owner to say yes. And if you've ever worked with local businesses or try to work with clients, you know the hardest part is just getting your foot in the door, right? Getting them interested, getting them to say yes. So what we came up with is the perfect sales system where business owners are not just saying yes, but they're saying yes, please. And it's about offering something for free, right? And those some things that we offer, number one, the first thing is a Facebook makeover, right? And in this Facebook makeover, we change their cover photo. Here's an example, right? Cover photo on the left is hers. Cover photo on the right is after it was changed by our team. So give them a free Facebook makeover, right? And you can see also in the makeover, we make sure the business owner has their correct information on the page. Remember, we were talking about, I said it, Damien said it, like their phone number doesn't even work. So the cupcake, we call her the cupcake lady, she sent us a message and said, could you take my phone number off the Facebook page, my cell phone number, because the phone is ringing off the hook. So she had her cell phone number on the page since she put it up, but she didn't know because nobody was ever calling. Now people are calling and we had to change the number for her. And we updated the business's story, the About Us section. Can you guys see that? The difference between the left and right. So we do this great Facebook makeover, blows away the business, and then we take over the page for 7 days. We call this our Facebook takeover. And we put up engaging posts, right? We put up the check-ins. We put up the events, the Facebook events. We put up the things that we know will get the businesses new customers and will bring back their current customers to buy more. And these are just some examples of the case studies that we're using in this presentation and the work that we've done. And you can see that people are sharing the posts and liking the posts. And, you know, this is what works. So as we tell the business owner, the value of the makeover is $300 and the value of a takeover is $300, they say, and it's free. When can we start, right? How soon can we start? So when I talk about the steps, step one is that we give them a free makeover and a free takeover. And step two is that we seal the deal. Here's an example here. So the business owner, our conversation's on the right, she's on the left. We say, hey there, are you at the shop? Are you busy now? Let me know if you're available to chat about Facebook awesomeness. And she says, I'm here. Are you stopping by? We say, yep. Is that cool? She says, yes, please. We say, great. Once we go in to talk to the business owner, and you could do this on the phone, you don't have to go in, but the business owner said, sign me up, right? And this is what happens. Business owners sign up. And the way that we've set up the system, it really has businesses, they're begging to work with you. Let me just show you an example. But first, let me talk about the two main ways that we get clients and our students get clients. And this way number one is just go out and talk to a business owner. Now, we all have a business that we love, that we frequent, that we know the owner. For Tina, the first one was her daughter's horseback riding stable. For Lorette, it was the cupcake lady. So Tom says, I would love a cupcake right now. Tell me in the chat box, name a business that you frequent, that you go to. We all go to local businesses to eat, to shop, right? To spend our money, entertainment. Just name one in the chat box. It could be your auto dealership. Georgina, a taco shop, Zaco Tacos. All right, that's great. Sounds like a great local business there. I could do for a taco tonight. What else? What other business do you guys know? Think about that. Put it in the chat box.
I'm making a list right now. Like I've written, of course, my dentist, but I've got my kids' school. I've got our local restaurant. I've got our car dealership. The guys that down there that treat us by first name and that kind of stuff. Like there's so many businesses. And if you just think, what business is your neighbor in? What business is your friend in, your cousin in? Like I'm just thinking with a Facebook makeover and a Facebook takeover, each one of those worth $300 each. That's $600 worth of just complete Facebook revamping. You go to your friend, right? Your neighbor, your cousin, who owns the business and say, hey, listen, I got this voucher for a Facebook makeover and takeover. It's like $600 worth of value. I'm not going to use it. Do you want to use it? I can guarantee you that they're going to just jump down the phone to get it off you, because every business would love to do better and hasn't got the time, doesn't have the knowledge, or doesn't want to. And you can put this in their pocket and say, that's for free. Man, tell me a business that's not going to want it. But I'm just like, I'm listing off my dentist, my car dealer, my local school, my kids' school. I know that I've spoken to the principal about their social presence before, and he's trying to get a handle on that stuff as well. Like, it's this every business that you can think of.
Every business that you're totally right, Walt. And we have those three businesses. We have a school, we have a car dealer, and we have a dentist. So it's true. It's any business that you can think of that wants more customers, right? That's the key right there, that wants more customers. And, so you guys are typing in, Jason says natural food store. You guys are typing in restaurants, absolutely auto dealerships, even a realtor, absolutely real estate. We work with a realtor. So lots of different businesses. Now, I told you, let me just go back one slide. There are two main ways to get clients. Way number one is so easy. Go out and talk to a business. I love the way Walt put it. I have this voucher. That was brilliant, right? We just usually say, hey, we can give you this free makeover and takeover, but I definitely wrote down what Walt said, voucher, and circled it. That's really good wording. So you guys write that down. Write that down. Now, that's way number one. Go out and talk to a business. And way number two is to generate leads that want your help. So for those of you who are like, even though it's easy, I don't want to talk to a business, what we did was we've created a bunch of different animated videos with voiceover. And this is just a screenshot of what the presentation looks like before it's animated and turned into a voiceover. But we call this our inbound lead strategy. And what we do is we put up this video, and it starts off by saying, are you frustrated with your Facebook business page, right? And then we target a local area. And just some tips is you target, look for those places that local businesses are part of, like your local chamber of commerce, right? So think about those things. We have a whole list of different ways that we target. And then we contact the people that sign up. When they sign up, we just send them a quick email that we'll get back in touch with them. But look at this. I love this one. So Melissa says, OMG, I'm going to call you at a decent hour. OMG, I hope this is real. This would be a miracle. Thank you. I can't wait to talk to you, right? And she's an owner of a spa and salon. Can you just imagine going into your inbox and a business owner has replied to you and they're saying this would be a miracle. I can't wait to talk to you, right? All of us would love to get a business owner saying you're their solution, right? It would be a miracle. And this one here is, I believe this is an auto dealership, and they say, call me, or call me anytime you have, like, whenever you're free, call me. They just want you to call them. And they say, thank you so much. We love getting messages like this. And this is because the business owners want help. And we did a quick case study run. And in our course, we show you this case study. So I'm just bringing it up. But we generated 14 leads in 3 hours, and 7 businesses fit the criteria. So it's not that you have to take on every business. Look at the ones that fit the criteria that you'd want to work with, because businesses will be flooding to work with you. And you know what's interesting about, let me just go back once, about this ad that we put up and our targeting is that the people that reply back are owners. They're business owners. There's no gatekeepers, right? And they want help. And they give you their full contact details. And one of the strategies that we use when we put this up is right after they give you their contact information, we put up a Facebook lead ad, is that they're taken right to our calendar to schedule a date and time to meet, right? Boom, let's do it. Let's talk, schedule a date and time to meet. And then even if, anyway, I was just going to say, it's just so easy to put this up. It's just that knowing the system and what to do and having the tools and resources makes it so easy for you. So here's the thing. When the responses came in from this case study that you'll see inside of our course, they came back from a salon that does permanent makeup, auto repair, music lessons, RV rental, a personal trainer, a subscription box company, mobile skincare. And in just a few days, we've gotten most of them set up and they're they're going, their makeovers are going, and they're having a lot of fun and loving it. So would you love to get businesses saying, yes, help me, right? They're raising their hand and saying, please help me, right? So here is just a story from our student Janice. And Janice said, and I'm going to show you how this is a six-figure business for you, right? So Janice said, the team, which is our team, closed the deal for me. I'm very excited to work with this client. She's got a salon. I love this program. I just have to do the beginning work, and that's it. And I'm going to tell you more about how the system works in just a few minutes. And the salon owner, when it was one of the girls on our team that talked to the salon owner and three-wayed in Janice, the salon owner said, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. So because her page hadn't been updated in so long. So before she gave us control of her page, she tried to change her profile image and her Facebook cover right after she signed up for help, but the cover still wasn't mobile friendly. But as we say, at least she tried, right? She just does not know what to do. So one of our students, Christina, she is working with a swimming camp for kids, right? It teaches kids how to swim, and yeah, anyway, she says the social agency pro team closed the deal, right? We closed the deal for her. All we did was we added her on a three-way conversation with the client and sealed the deal. Doesn't that sound just too perfect? And I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute and how we work with our students to close the deals for them. So here's Susan, and on the left-hand side, she posted in our Facebook group. You'll see that same post when you're in the group. But we said congratulations to her. So she said the social agency pro team closed the lead for her. It's a daycare. She said, our team even pre-sold the client into a package after the 7-day takeover is over. I'm going to show you those packages soon. She said, wow, now that's awesome. So here's the thing. What Susan did was she had a daycare that's interested. Our team talked to that daycare, pre-sold the daycare. We said, all right, after the takeover, here's the different things that we do, that we can do for you. And the business owner says, thank God, because after this takeover is over, I don't want you to give me the page. I want you to keep doing it. And we're like, don't worry, we'll take care of you. And then after it's over, she picked which package, I think it's a silver package, she wanted to have after the takeover and makeover was over. So it was just an awesome thing. So imagine if you had someone closing leads for you, right? If you had someone closing the leads for you, you didn't even have to close the clients. You just get them to say yes, right? And then like Susan said, we pre-sell the client and do all of the other work for you. So let me ask you a question. Why does this strategy work so well for businesses when we say, hey, just give us 7 days. Let us show you what we can do. Well, because a free makeover and a free takeover, the business has no risk, right? It's a no risk offer, and it's taking the stress off of their shoulders. Jason said no risk, right? You said that fast, Jason, right? Absolutely. It's no risk for the business owner. And here's the bottom line. This works for business owners, any business owner who wants more customers, right? More customers. Now, I'm going to show you in just a few minutes the whole system, what packages you offer, how you get us to do all the work, what happens after the 7 days. So stick with me. But let me answer this question, because everybody always asks this question. Why this strategy? Why Facebook, and why now? Well, 5 years ago, people would look at you like you're crazy. If you went to a business owner, you're like, we need to get your Facebook page popping. Let's do this Facebook stuff. You know, they looked at you and they were like, I don't know. But now every business owner knows that it's a necessity. They see the people that come into their store and they're on their phone. They know their current customers and their future customers are on Facebook. True, right? They know it. Type true in the chat box. We all know that's true. The business owners know that's true. But guess what? And they've seen all of this stuff. 2 billion people on Facebook, and they're putting their hands on their head and saying, oh my gosh, you know, we need to be on Facebook, but we don't have time. We don't have the knowledge. Business owners are failing miserably, and they're saying, this is a pain in the butt. So the timing is right, because right now, business owners want it, which makes the market is there for it. And business owners, when they see what we can do, they say, absolutely, let's do this. And why is now the perfect time as well? Because business owners know that if they're not doing it, their competition is doing it, and their competition is getting their clients. So for the cupcake shop, she knows that she has gotten clients that used to go to other pastry shops, but because she's so active and putting out offers, they forgot about her competitor and they're coming to her, right? And so she knows that she needs to stay active. So let me ask you this question. I would love to show you in more detail how you can work with us, what our system entails, and how you can make it into a six-figure business. So if you're ready for me to get into it, just type ready in the chat box. Give me a ready. And if you're ready, I'm going to break it all down for you. Just break it down and show you what it's all about and how it's a six-figure business for you. Jason gave me so much exclamation marks that I'm going to keep going. All right, Shauna, Jason, Ad, I see you guys are ready. Simon says ready, ready. Tom says ready. So here's what we're going to talk about. It's our course. It's called Social Agency Pro, and it consists of 8 modules. These are step-by-step modules, PDFs, and resources. We also give you checklists and the perfect sales system. Remember I showed you that we put up this video that got us those inbound leads? We'll show you how to do that. We've got videos and templates and all sorts of stuff for our students and scripts. And we also have check-in templates. So you can go to the business, either email them a check-in template to put up in their store, take it to them, and just customize it, or slap their logo on it if you want, or print it out as it is, or email it to them as it is. We also have this big book of check-in ideas. Everybody loves this one. So it's 77 pages of examples of different check-ins, and it's from orthodontists to dog groomers and doctors' offices and all sorts of restaurants and everything in between, right? All these great examples of Facebook check-ins. We also have a private Facebook group. Remember, I showed you the screenshot of Susan talking in the private Facebook group. And we post updates in that group almost daily. We also have 4 weeks of live coaching to ensure your success with Social Agency Pro. And the first call is starting soon, so make sure you jump on it. We have 30 social media images for your Facebook business page, so your business page can have great images up live and poppin' should you decide to have a business page for your business. And we build you an agency website. So you have this great agency website where people can order packages from you right on your website, whether it's on their phone or their tablet or a computer or on your phone, they can do that. We also have an amazing software tool that brings leads to you. And what I mean is you can do a search for the type of businesses you want. And right there, you can kind of see in the screenshot, it pulls in the company name, the owner's name, the phone number of the business, and all this great data that you can use and then send out emails to the businesses, right? We also have a mobile site builder where you'll be able to build websites and landing pages if you want. But now you're thinking, all right, all this is great. I'm going to learn everything that I need to learn. But how am I going to do all of these makeovers and takeovers, right? Because, as Walt was saying, every business will want one. Yes, every business will want one, right? Are you guys thinking that? Anybody thinking that? Just hit 1 on your keyboard if you were thinking that. How are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? You don't know how to do it either, right? How are you going to do these makeovers and takeovers? Well, what I want you to do is I want you to turn it over to our team to do. So what we do in our makeovers and takeovers is we optimize the Facebook page. We put up a new cover image. We put up page posts, Facebook events, and check-ins to get things popping, new and repeat customers. Remember that. And we do the social selling. We've got a group of social sellers that do all the social selling on pages. That would be done for you. Does that sound awesome, right? Turn it over to our team. This is what we do. Let us do it. And to give you a head start, I'm going to say that we will offer makeovers and takeovers, 3 makeovers and 3 7-day takeovers to you for free. So even though we sell our services at a wholesale cost, which I will show you in a minute, we are going to, right, even though we sell it at a wholesale cost, we are going to give it to you for free. I'm going to say, I want to give you a head start. I will do makeovers and takeovers with my team. We'll do it. We'll do it for you, for your prospects, for free. You never have to pay for it. But why would we do this for you? Anybody asking the question, why? Are you wondering, like, why would they do all of this for us, right? I've hinted at it. I've hinted at it, but you're wondering why. Okay, here's the reason why. Because it's the perfect win-win situation. Remember in the beginning, I told you that we had a Facebook agency. We've been doing this for 6 years from now, you know, for 6 years, and it's just, our business is continuing to grow. Well, we're also looking at how can we get more business. So we need you and you need us, which makes for the perfect win-win situation. Jason said, you're so good, customers want to keep it going. That's right. So the more customers that you get, the more business that we get when you buy our services wholesale from us. You guys see the win-win? Type win-win in the chat box if you see the win-win, because it's a very right in your face, transparent win-win. And I'm going to get into it a little bit more, and we're going to talk about the numbers. But Shauna said win-win, right? That's where you see how powerful this is with a win-win situation. Now, all you have to do is get a business to focus on saying yes, and our team does the rest. And they can say yes as an inbound lead, or you're talking to a business owner and they say, yes, I would love it. Give me a makeover, takeover. Yes, I want that voucher, right? As Walt said, give me that voucher, right? And we do everything for you. Now, here's what Vanessa said. Vanessa said it's absolutely awesome, simple to implement, but the results are huge. Alicia and Lorette and their team to fulfill is a game changer. She goes on to say that we've got our own social media agency. So not only do they use it, but we've proven it, and we have the turnkey fulfillment to set up accounts easily. It's the real deal. She says we've already started setting our existing customers up, and we cannot wait to present this to our prospective clients. And she's doing some really big things. I talked to her yesterday. Now, our team delivers the service, and all of our students get a project manager, a social media coordinator, and a social seller, which we also call an engager, right? That person that's building the relationships with the local business. So what is Social Agency Pro? It's 8 modules, checklists, check-in templates, our perfect sales system, our big book of check-in ideas. And then you have some special bonuses like your members only Facebook group, 4 coaching calls, 30 Facebook posts for your business page. We build your agency website that looks awesome. We give you the GoMobile lead automator, the GoMobile page builder. All right, you guys ready for the other one? The other super extra bonus is that we're going to do 3 makeovers for clients for you and 3 takeovers. Now that will get you business right away, right? Now let's start to talk about the packages. I know everybody's wondering, give you a sense of the packages that you can offer and how you pay us for them. So the packages that you can offer, we have 3 levels, or we have 4 levels, but here's the 3 most popular. And the most popular package is the silver package. So we say that the silver package is $497 a month at suggested retail. But wholesale is half of that, right? So $247. So you profit $250, okay? So if you look at this, every client, let me just keep going and we can come back to that. And I want to talk about how much money can you make and can this be a 6-figure business? So I said the silver package was a popular one for a small business, like a cupcake shop, like a groomer, something small. And the suggested retail price is $497. So if you sell 1 silver package a week with our perfect sales system is what I'm recommending. Give away makeovers and takeovers and sell 1 silver package per week, your profits will be $1,000 a month, right? Now, the great thing about social media management is that it's a reoccurring business, right? So our clients pay us each and every month. right? And I was talking about some of our clients yesterday, and we have clients that have been with us since the beginning. Can you imagine 6 years paying us reoccurring income? I have one client that's been paying us for almost maybe 3 or 4 years, but I was looking at how much we'd made from that client. Now, I have posted 9 posts on that client's page personally. My team has done the rest. You know, sometimes I just love it. So I posted 9 posts in 4 years, but we made $72,000 off that client. And I only had to post 9 posts on the page. Not bad, right? Say not bad in the chat box, because that's great. Now, we have a ton of clients, so we've got a 7-figure business with this, but I just want to be very conservative and say you're just selling 1 a week. And I see you guys type in the chat box, I could sell 5 a week. You know, with this system, I could sell 10 a week. All right. Yes, you could, but let's just be ultra conservative and say just 1 a week. After 6 months, you're making $6,000 a month. And all you're doing is getting the business to say yes. But after 9 months, you're now earning $9,000 a month, right? Now you have a 6-figure business. And after 9 months, you've already made $45,000 just getting 1 new silver client per week. And because it's a reoccurring business, right? Because it's a reoccurring business, if you didn't do any more work after month number 9, you'd still be making $9,000 a month from the clients that you brought in the first time, because it's a reoccurring business. That's the beauty of social media marketing. And if you haven't thought about having a reoccurring business before, you really need to write that down. Reoccurring business, that's the key. Reoccurring business model where you're making money month after month after month from bringing in 1 client. Do the work once, bring in the client once, and make money month after month. Now, I told you about the awesome head start that I'm going to give you. That is where our team will do for free 3 makeovers and 3 takeovers, right? And I said,
socks, hold them tight.
Damien just said, hold on to your socks, hold them tight, because this right here gives you the head start like no other. Just turn it over to our team. You still get a project manager, a social media coordinator, an engager, but we're going to do the work and I'm going to take on the cost. And you already know, you guys are really smart. You already know that if we do this, somebody said it, I forgot. Oh, Jason said it. We're so good, the customers want to keep going. And remember, I told you it's a win-win. The more business you do, the more business we do, we both win, right? So giving you 3 makeovers and 3 takeovers is a win-win for both of us, but I'm going to do even better. I'm going to say, nah, not just 3. I'm not going to give you just 3 makeovers and takeovers. I'm going to do better than that. If you want me to do better than that, just give me a 1 in the chat box. Hit that 1 key a few times in the chat box, because if you want it, I will do better, right? Walt said he saw this presentation. We sent it to him ahead of time, and he said, do better. My people can really take this and crush it. So do better. So I said, all right, let's do better. And what we're going to do for you, right? Yes, Scott's on it. You guys are saying, Tom says, give me more. Michael says, give me more. What we're going to do is we're going to give you our Premier membership. You guys should be like, woo, Premier. You don't even know what it is yet, but you should be celebrating. And here's what our Premier membership, you guys, I hope you're sitting down, your socks are on tight. Here's what our Premier membership gives you. We are going to do unlimited Facebook makeovers and unlimited 7-day takeovers for your business, right? Unlimited. So that 3 makeovers and 3 takeovers that we do, I X'd it out and I said, we're going to be unlimited for you guys. Bring in business. It's a win-win. We can do it. So let's do it, right? Let's do it.
Alicia, hang on a second. Whoa. Hang on a second.
Sure.
So any of the guys that get involved with the Social Media Pro, you're going to do all of their makeovers and takeovers without any limit.
Without any limit and without any cost. It's
my God. So they can go and get Social Media Pro. Well, oh my God, Damien, why didn't you tell me this, man? So like, wait a second. Anybody that grabs the Social Media Pro, they can go and they can go out to as many businesses as they like, and they can offer a free makeover and a takeover, and you'll do it for them.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
or the fast action takers. We are limiting that because obviously it's super exclusive, right?
Wow,
I mean, this
that's
is something
huge.
where your students will now not only be able to help that low-hanging fruit that we know we all have. You've heard us say it. We all have that favorite restaurant. We go to a dentist. We have a hairdresser. We go to a nail place. We're consumers, right? But not only that, you could go and do free makeovers for the entire shopping center. You want to get real aggressive, do it for the whole city. Facebook already told you that 90% of them out there need your help. And so what we come up with here for that fast action takers for you, Walt, is basically the unlimited makeovers. And we're going to put a team of 3, including a project manager, onto each of your students' clients' account for 1 week for free. And there's no cost to your students. And it's
so Tom's just posted. So there's a limit on the unlimited. So there's obviously only a certain amount of people you can do this for. Like, you can't do that for everybody.
Right. And that's the only thing is we can't do it for everybody. And that's why we're calling it Premier Membership. And so I'll get into it a little bit more, but I just want to let you guys know that this is powerful. This is what we do to bring in clients for our business, right? The auto dealerships. And it doesn't matter what niche it's in. We've probably already done it. They're probably a client of ours already. So unlimited Facebook makeovers, unlimited 7-day takeovers, unlimited, bottomless, right? There's no limit to how many businesses you can bring us and makeovers will do. And as one of your students, Jason, said, we know we're awesome at doing what we do. So all we want you to do is bring us that business that says, yes, I want to do it. And then we can make it happen. But Walt, I'm going to get a little bit sweeter on the deal, because one of the things that we do is that we have a closer in our office, and it's a team of people, right? It's run by a girl named Raquel. And this team of people, what they do is they help you close the deal. So let's say that you get inbound leads and businesses say, yes, they want to do it, and you're just a little too shy to pick up the phone and call them. Well, we will call that business for you and get them set up with their makeover and takeover. So you can do it 2 ways. You can call the business and send us the information, or we'll call the business and get everything set up and 3-way you in. You see in the stories that I told earlier, some of our students, that's what we did. We did this 3-way conversation with them. And then we'll also pre-sell them into the package that they should buy after. Or what we'll do is right at the point where their makeover and takeover is done or almost done, we'll get on the phone with you and the business owner, talk to them about how awesome it's been, share the analytics with them, and then we'll do the work in selling them into the package. It's just something we're really good at. So what we do, charge a small fee for that. We charge $50 to close the sale for you, and you only pay if our team closes the sale. But if you could pay just at cost for someone to close the sale for you, now what we've done is we've just removed all limitations of what you think is possible. Right now you're like, okay, I can do unlimited makeovers and takeovers, give businesses vouchers, which I love what you said, Walt. And then if I'm too shy to even talk to the business, I can just get someone to close the sale for me. And I only pay them, and it's a one-time fee. I only pay them if they actually close the sale, right? $50. Jason said I can live with that.
It's crazy. So when we talked about this and we went through the unlimited makeovers and takeovers that we would offer, we said to ourselves, the only way we could make this, the only way this gets better is if we actually sold it for them. And then we said, bing! Because we knew we have the talent that's out there in Jamaica that have sales skills. They are good, and they've got that beautiful Jamaican accent. They are very savvy on social media, and you don't have to pay any of workman's comp stuff, tax, insurance, and any of that stuff as a regular sales rep employee. You pay commission only, and only when there's a sale. That's just the only way.
That's insane. So guys, can we check the funnel? And Alicia and Damien, just for the clarification, we've got a whole bunch of people on the call. Just for the clarification about how they make money on an ongoing basis. So let me just come back to this, right? You go to a local business, and you offer them a free makeover of their social media profile, right? So you get a Facebook makeover. They completely revamp the page, check everything, new photos, new images, get some engagement. Then they do a social media takeover. They literally build that page up over the first week. Now, everybody's going to be saying, yeah, that's great. We're giving that. How is that then going to turn into cash for me? So guys, and again, I just want to come back and reiterate what's said. The team have just offered you a closer that will jump on the phone and talk to your local business for you. So you don't have to run the risk of that relationship or anything like that for $50 if they make the sale. That costs you nothing if they don't make the sale. But they'll jump on the phone and they'll sell them into an ongoing package. Hey, we did this for you for 7 days. Here's the results. Look at the analytics. These are the boosts, the posts, the shares, the comments. This is what we did, right? Would you like us to keep doing that? We will offer you an ongoing package for X amount of months. And again, if you can put the different levels there, guys, up on the screen, that'd be great. And for people listening on this call, you get to buy the services from Alicia's team at wholesale and you sell it to the local business at retail. So this is up on the screen right now. You guys can see. So this is the way it works, guys. I just wanted to come back and clarify. So you give them a free makeover and a free takeover. It's worth $600. You give it to them. They jump at it because everybody wants to get their social media pumping, right? The team take it over for you. They do all the engagement. They do the post. They do the contest. They do all that kind of stuff. They come back after 7 days and they show the business owner the analytics. Now, for $50, you can get someone to do the sale for you. They jump on the call. They say, hey, how do you like what we've done for you for the last week? They say, wow, it's amazing. Would you like us to carry on with it? We can do a couple of different packages for you. We can do, and we said the silver package is the most popular. So our silver package, it's $497 a month. What we do is we keep optimizing that Facebook page. We do covers for you. We get the engagements, the reviews, the check-ins, the posts, the shares, the mentions. We get the likes. We get 4 posts a week. We do events. We do the $20 worth of advertising every single month onto that page for you. And it's $497 per month, and we look after everything, right? So they make that sale. The business says, wow, I love what you've done for us. You've increased our engagement. Look how many new customers you got. You can keep doing this for us. We'll happily pay you the $500 a month. Now look in the red, guys. You can see it on the screen. You pay in the first month. You pay $346 to Alicia's team to do that for you. So your profit is about $150 in that first month. After that, the business owner pays $497, and you get to keep $247 of that every single month. No, sorry, that's the wholesale cost. So you get to keep the $250 in the green. So every month that they continue on with the service, you get $250 every single month that they carry on with the service. So as the